In the center is the main area for viewing color interaction. The 4 active colors are rendered here in one of 7 geometric patterns. The play button generates a new set of colors randomly using the current pattern and the alpha attributes you've already chosen. By default, this will happen once each time you tap the play button because we are in manual mode. You can change this behavior by selecting auto mode here. Now when you tap play, the app will continuously generate new sets of colors. This progress bar shows you the timing of the next color generation. The back button recalls the previous settings each time you tap it, and the forward button brings you forward again. You can select a different pattern from one of the 7 pattern buttons here. When you have a set of colors you want to save, tap the Save button and a thumbnail of the pattern will appear in the saved palette on the left. If you want to save a color to use later, tap it in the main artwork and it will appear as a swatch in the thumbnails below. You can add as many colors as you want. To the right are controls for changing the 4 active colors. The number the colors correspond to is in the upper left, and a swatch of the color appears next to it. You can edit the colors using either the RGB or HSB color models. You adjust the color with the slider controls. Each slider corresponds to a channel as indicated to its right, in this case red, green, blue, and alpha. Adjusting the alpha value of a color will allow the color beneath it to show through, creating an additional color in the pattern. You can save these new colors as swatches as well. You can also adjust the color by typing directly into the channel text fields. Or you can edit the hexadecimal value. If you tap once on the color swatch, it will lock this color from being changed when using the play button. Tapping the swatch twice will bring up a visual color selector. If you want to use a color stored in your swatches, tap and hold it until it enlarges, then drag it onto the control panel for the color you wish to replace. To the left are controls to edit, manage, and export your color patterns. By default, the saved list is visible. You can also view the history list. Every time you select a new set of colors, a thumbnail appears here, and the active thumbnail is marked with a circle. If you want to get your colors out of the app, tap the Export button. Empty circles will appear in the list indicating that the thumbnails are ready to be selected. You can select from both the history and saved lists. When you've made your selection, you can choose to either print the patterns you've selected using AirPrint or export the patterns as files. To print, tap the Print button. You can select your printer and print the patterns using a standard AirPrint dialog. If you want to export the pattern as a file, tap Export. The app offers 2 file types for export, an image or an ASE file. The app also offers 2 methods for exporting the file, iTunes or email. When you've made your selections, tap Export. When you choose to export via email, the app will insert text descriptions of each pattern in the email, and it will attach each pattern's file at the bottom of the email. If you want to import your colors into Photoshop or Illustrator, you can save the colors as an Adobe Swatch Exchange file. Choosing iTunes will allow you to retrieve your files from your iPad and save them on your computer. If you want, you can change the default file name. The file will now be available in the file sharing panel in iTunes. Select your device, choose Apps, scroll down to File Sharing and select Colors by Number from the Apps list. The files available will appear in the Documents panel to the right. Use the Save To button to choose a place to save it. When you have finished exporting, tap Done to exit selection mode. You can use the Library panel to create and manage different collections of colors. Each thumbnail in the library shows you the last set of colors you created, the date the collection was created, and the date the collection was last modified. Tap the plus button to create a new collection. The new collection has its own history and save lists. You can delete a collection by tapping Edit and then tapping the Delete icon on the collection you want to get rid of. If at any time you want to hide either of the tool palettes, you can do so by tapping its arrow icon. You can also hide the saved color swatches by tapping the eyedropper button.